here at Cusgarne Farm. It's January 10th, January 11th. This here is a bio-diesel fuel maker. And we got Dave over here. Dave, how you doing, Dave?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm just doing a little interview with you. Perhaps you can explain again how this machine works, converting cooking oil.
We start with a raw material, which comes from sources that are recognisable. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh wow, that's a recognisable one, alright.
They give us the waste oil once it's been used for cooking.
Lots of chicken. Crunchy, isn't it? Yeah.
So the first thing we do is we run it through a sieve and take out chips and bits of batter or breadcrumbs or whatever's in there, and then we put it into a processor. This is a small domestic processor which will process about 25 litres at a time.
Okay.
So we put the oil in, we turn the electric heater on.
And there's a coil in there, is there? Or
there's an element inside.
An element, just like a cooking, like a hot water heater or something.
It is indeed, that's right. That will heat the oil up. We supply a thermometer with this, which has a probe so we can monitor when it's up to the correct temperature. And then when it's at the correct temperature, we need to start the refinery process. And for that we use methanol, which is pure alcohol. Methanol. Wood alcohol.
Wood alcohol, yeah.
In the States it's often called moonshine. And that's what they
So you can drink it?
It's not very good for you. Your eyesight, it will make you blind if you drink enough of it. So it's really not very good.
No, so how much do you add in there, Dave?
Well, about 20%.
20%.
We're processing 20 litres in here. We'd add 4 litres of methanol. We then add potassium hydroxide, which is a caustic potash instead of caustic soda.
Caustic potash, is it?
I can show you
Potassium hydroxide.
potassium hydroxide flakes.
I see. And you buy that at a regular farm store? Or?
Yes, yeah, it's chemical suppliers. It's a readily available product. And so
how much do you put in there of potassium hydroxide?
We have to measure the oil, titrate the oil to work out how much chemical to add. It's a very simple process, but we chemically check the oil until we know the quantity. Then we dissolve the potassium hydroxide in the alcohol.
And you heat this up to 50 degrees, right?
50
degrees centigrade?
Yeah. And then we take the alcohol and potassium hydroxide and we put it in here.
So you mix the alcohol and the potassium hydroxide first, separately.
The potassium hydroxide will dissolve in the alcohol. The chemical which is called which is it's a catalyst. And what will break down the chunks of the long molecular chains of the vegetable oil.
I see.
So we put the chemical in, then we turn.
So before you go on, Dave, with how do you check the consistency of the alcohol and
the oil?
The alcohol and the potassium hydroxide.
Yes. What we do for that is very simple. We take 1 milliliter, and for this we use syringes. So we take 1 milliliter of oil. We'll dissolve that in 10 milliliters of propanol, which is another type of alcohol.
Right.
That will dissolve vegetable oil totally. We then put in a chemical pH indicator. The pH indicator shows the acidity of it, and vegetable oil is always acid. We then take
what should it measure after you put the...
Well, we're able to find a neutrality. The fuel we produce needs
to 7 on the pH.
7 to 7.5.
Like water almost.
Then as we take a set mixture of potassium hydroxide, it's 1 gram of potassium hydroxide in 1 litre of water, gives us a stock temperature, and we then add it milliliter by milliliter to the oil dissolved in the propanol until the indicator turns green. And the amount
neutrality.
Every 1 milliliter we add 1 gram of potassium hydroxide per litre of oil that we're processing.
So every oil you get is a different acidity?
They come normally in a range. We get 1 around about 3, 4 or 5% acid.
I see.
And that would be a normal. If you cook excessive amount with the oil,
Like McDonald's burgers.
it will go higher. McDonald's
Which are the worst?
some of the smaller chip shops and restaurants. McDonald's in Kentucky are very, very regulated.
Okay.
And they will change the oil at set intervals, which is safe. Some of the restaurants will try and stretch it a bit longer and use it longer than they should.
Sure.
And then it becomes harmful to humans. It produces free fatty acids,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes harmful to cars as well. So we don't like it.
No.
Once we've got the chemical mixture right, we put the chemicals in with the hot oil, and we turn on a circulating pump, which just simply circulates it round. It's a mechanical stir. Thoroughly mixes it, and there's a chemical process going on. What happens is the non-molecular chains of fatty acids, which have a glycerine molecule at the end, lose the glycerine molecule. That breaks off separately, and the alcohol and methanol that we put in attaches itself in its place. Glycerine is very thick. It's the main ingredient in cough medicines, for example. It's runny. It's like gin or whiskey. It's a watery product. So when we take the fatty acid and take the glycerine molecule off and put methanol molecule on, it makes the oil very, very runny. The glycerine is now a waste product.
Okay.
So we'll react this for
And that settles to the bottom, doesn't
we'll
it?
react this for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then all of the oil has been converted and all of the glycerine has been released, and we then switch the pump off, and what will happen quite quickly is the bottom 20% will just
settle.
The glycerine will settle down. It takes with it all excess methanol, excess any water in there, any caustic potash that's left, and then we simply open up the drain valve and we drain that one off until what we're left with in here is just it's called methyl esters. It's the runny bit.
And that's ready to go into your vehicle.
No, it's
then?
not.
No?
It still contains contaminants. It's got excess alcohol in there. It's still quite caustic because of caustic potash, and it will also have traces of water in there. So what we do is then wash it.
Wash it, yeah.
And what we would do is simply open the top with a hose cleaner. We'd spray water on it. The esters, so the water will sink through it. Everything we want is non-soluble. Everything we don't want is soluble. So the water will dissolve any methanol, any caustic soda.
And then you drain that off again.
Then as a final wash, we fill it right the way up to the top, and we turn the pump on.
Okay.
And circulate it round and round and round and then we turn the pump off and we leave it overnight. When you come down in the morning, there'll be a watery layer at the bottom, and the rest of it is biodiesel. That is almost ready to go in the car because there may still be some which are not good for the engine. So we pump it finally through the filter, and it comes out the other side of the container, and from there we can put it straight into a car.
Brilliant.
And that is the final process.
Fabulous, David. Well, you're going to be a star on YouTube. There's going to be a lot of converters, I do believe, and it runs just the same through a regular car.
It does indeed. It's
carburetor, and you don't need to change any engine parts or anything, do you?
No, it will only work with a diesel car.
Oh, with the diesel, yeah.
It with petrol, I'm afraid.
Okay, so school buses are great.
Diesel cars, school buses, trains, lorries, vans, anything like that which uses diesel.
Fantastic.
You can put it in and it runs exactly the same.
Cleaner fuel.
Much cleaner fuel, half the carbon dioxide emissions of normal fuel, so 90% reduction in carbon dioxide, and no smutty particles come out.
Fantastic.
Very much cleaner.
You're doing your part to save the planet.
Very much so.
Well done.
And it's a waste product that we start with, and it's burnt and it
So McDonald's and Kentucky Fried, they're good for something.
They're good for something.
Okay. Thanks a lot, David.
Okay.
Great stuff. Bye-bye.